Again, is DJ Concrete, and I want to say Frankie Beverly and Maze before I let go. That's how they teasing me today, because I had to get my old man barbecue suit on. I just came
Yeah,
from the barbecue. You know what I'm
yeah.
saying? So I got a couple haters out there, but it's all good. Y'all know how we do. Before I let go. All right, so we got Sweet Mama G.
Don't introduce me. I can introduce myself. Thank you so much. Introduce yourself.
What the?
Go ahead, Sweet Mama G. Introduce yourself.
I am Sweet Mama G, of course. Thank you. There you trying to command me with them duties. There you go. You trying to be
Yep.
forced. You
Yep.
forcing upon me. Go ahead.
Yeah. Go ahead. Okay, let's run the name rundown again before I let go.
Let it go, darlings.
Go ahead. Go ahead. I'm
So,
DJ
welcome
Concrete.
to our relationship show. Are you for real though? I am Sweet Mama G, and that was DJ Concrete.
I
I'm
am
bald,
Miss Leslie.
and I'm Baldy E.
All right. Starting off. Hey, Pokey, Pokey, Pokey.
And welcome to Are You For Real Though?
Yes, indeed. Welcome to our Friday show on Street Tactics Radio. Make sure you go onto YouTube, like, click, subscribe, hit the notification bell. I hit my toe, y'all. Ow.
Woo!
Uh, I'm old. My feet hurt.
Tell that man get
Um.
under the table and suck
No, not today. Maybe another day. But we are. Ow, I'm hurting. So we are talking about our relationship show. I guess Concrete. Thank God he's on mute. I guess. So you know how we always start this off. So let's get comfortable. Let's get into it. From 1 to 5, 5 being your best. How are you feeling right now, Miss Leslie? We're still celebrating your birthday.
I am feeling wonderful. I'm feeling like Deborah Laws. Love and life
I
is
got screw that.
living.
Oh, she took it back.
Very special.
All right. So what's your number, darling?
It is a 5.
All right. Baldy E, Baldness E. What's going on, Daddy?
Oh, man, I'm feeling great. It's a Friday, 5 all day,
5 fingers for 5. Okay.
and
We have
5 fingers.
participation from DJ Concrete.
I'm sorry, what you say?
Are you participating in our mental health wellness chat?
Oh yeah, yeah, I am.
Okay.
Shouts out
Hello.
to Pokey.
I
Laugh
already
out
did
loud.
that.
Hey again, y'all.
Hey, you want to pay attention? I already did that.
Oh, my bad. Go ahead. Oh, from one to
From one to
five,
five, how do you feel?
I feel good from 1 to 5. You
Look
know
at
what I'm
look.
saying? I mean,
That's that
I'll
old
do
man at the
anything before I
barbecue.
let go.
Okay, well, we don't want you to let go later. We'll go talk about that later. So recap. Thank you all for coming into our relationship show. We had a wonderful show last week. We had our guest Sarim who came on to talk about hormone therapy and hormone replacements. And that was a hot topic for some of us on the screen at the top right, if you all can see what I'm seeing. So let's get into it. We do not have a special guest. We just want to talk and kick the what we call in Baltimore the bobo. So I have a hot question to ask you all that's been pondering in my mind.
Okay,
So
pondering.
I done seen these men's out here in these hoochie daddy shorts out here. So I'm just trying to get the lingo right. Okay. So we all are 40 and over club card holders. Some of us further along in our 40 and over club. Is the word crush still available for this age group? Can I use that I have a crush on Hoochie Daddy Short Man? Or
Hmm?
should I use another terminology?
I don't understand what you're talking about.
Okay, you know, back then they said, "Oh, I got a crush on concrete." How the girls like from the village, I got a crush on concrete. Now that I'm old, and my still want to say, "Oh, I got a crush with the guy that's the quiet." Well, I won't say that because they might say, "Yeah." I got a crush on the guy I saw, um, delivering something at my job today, and he wasn't delivering no meat. Can I use the word crush?
You can, but it would definitely seem kind of young. But then again, it probably won't. Some people probably just, they probably just let it slip by because they know what you mean. But me, no, let go ahead finish.
Now, who finished? Did you take
You.
your jerk tall today? Who was you talking to?
A little bit, I did. And a
You
little bit of
did.
Epsom salt juice. I
Well,
had an
you need
Epsom
to do
salt
something.
smoothie. Anyway, yeah, no, I get what you're saying about the crushing or whatever. I mean, you can use that, since it's so old school, or whatever. Or some people say they crushing on somebody, or remember also like you feeling this person. They got different things. So me personally, I wouldn't look at that as being like a young situation or a young acting. Like you could have used something better. I get it. I get what you're saying. So I wouldn't look at you crazy.
Miss Leslie, what word would you use as a seasoned woman?
Well, you kind of got me confused because you talking about somebody. What? How do you describe them again? Tell me how you describe the person again.
Oh, the man that had the hoochie daddy, yeah, hoochie daddy short. So basically, it was a delivery man. You
So
know,
what
like
is
you.
hoochie daddy shorts?
Okay, hoochie daddy shorts are shorts that come above the knee, and it was a little terminology that came out over the summer. He was like a delivery man, like the UPS men wear the little tight shorts and the FedEx men,
Mm-hmm.
and he was kind of looking scrumdiddlyrumptious, if I
Okay.
must say so myself. Yeah, and I know he deliver more than meats to the location where I work at.
Mm-hmm.
So I might want to strike up a conversation. Oh, I've been crushing on you for a while. Or what other word can I use?
For crush. Mm. I mean, I wouldn't even tell nobody. What you gonna say that to him?
I might.
Oh, I'll pass because I wouldn't even tell nobody I'm crushing on him. But that's something that you keep to
Okay.
yourself for in my book.
Okay. Okay. So Baldy, because I know the women just roll up on you when we together in the mall and we platonic. What word would you use? Or what do you think a woman could use? Because you in the 40 and over club card.
Only about 1 year. Only about
What
1 year.
about
Uh, I think crushing. I think it's a good start to open up a conversation. If a woman told me she was crushing on me, I think it was kind of funny to a point. It would start a conversation though, definitely. I mean, I'm not offended by that. I don't think that's too young in that sense. No, as long as you're willing to approach that person. Now, if you're willing to just sit back and let that person go by, yeah, that's kind of
Oh,
silly at our
that's not
age.
my
Yeah,
demeanor. That's not
yeah,
necessarily my. Now it depends on who
yeah.
it is. Now somebody might look and like, nah, I'm
Right,
just
right,
saying,
right,
depending on how the spirit tell me to move, depending on what the
right.
spirit tell me, the spirit of the loins. Look up that word. You don't know what loins mean. Um, just I might.
I hope everybody do know what loans mean.
Yeah. Okay. I
Yeah.
you surprised. Lord have
I mean,
mercy.
but definitely, if somebody crushing on me, I'm gonna think it's a little cute. You know, it's gonna spark the conversation a little bit more, and we go from there and
See
see
that
where
cute
things
face I'm gonna
lead us
get.
to.
I'm gonna get a cute face just like this with my school teacher glasses on.
But
So
I think
anyway,
that's what our society is missing now. The fun. All the
okay.
fun has been taken out of situations, and they're more so serious where people don't even know how to really talk to anybody. I mean, that's a first initial meet and greet.
Simply tell you funny. She said, so you feel them hoochie daddies. Just tell him he fine because he may now sometimes he may not be fine just because I might crush on everybody and cute as I am. So You know, he might not be fine. He might be okay for the moments. And she was trying to tell Miss Leslie they not no Daisy Dukes. I ain't
Yes,
talking
that's
Oh
no.
exactly
Lord.
what I
No, they
thought.
not.
That's why
No,
I
they
wasn't
not.
even
Oh
like I
No,
Lord.
wasn't
because
even feeling that question because it was like you was talking about Daisy Dukes,
no,
a man with Daisy Dukes on. So I
no,
was trying to figure out where
Daisy
you
Dukes.
was going at with that
No,
one.
no, no,
So
no, no. Daisy Dukes up under your butt cheeks. Now for Baldy, he wear hoochie daddy shorts out here showing his legs
Uh,
because he work out. Tenderloins, your loins is like your private areas for those who didn't know. And Pokey, I don't know the fun have in here. Okay. I got a friend that says she likes her man, her type of ugly, so he's fine to her. You right. Because everybody got different speed. Because I seen some people that are gorgeous and their partners ain't necessarily all that, but they think they all that on the female
right.
side. So I ain't gonna say no names, no numbers, or nothing like that. It's just all in who you like. And that's something to tell you know about. I know
Hey, you
about.
know what? Like who like you?
Well, yeah, it's whatever you like. So the part of our show is thank you. Please make sure you call in 470-493-9928. You can get in conversation. That's just our warm-up topic to our show. So if you don't know the format of the show, we do our warm-ups because everybody need a mental health check when we come in. This is a relationship show. We do our mental health checks. We have now what's called our quick question to give us a warm up, like an icebreaker to get in our show. We waiting for our DJ to cue up our technology, and then from there, that's when we would talk about our um our topic for this evening. Because not every show we're going to have a guest. The point of the show is to talk about relationships, and you must have contributions in order to talk about different things. It's not necessarily about relationships, it's just topics that go on in the world, conversations. We want people of substance. We want to have conversations. We want to have fun. It's not to be stuffy or if we're gonna be stuffy, we might as well go to my Tuesday night church meetings. This is what we fun. And trust me, if everybody know who I am, this is a toned down sweet mama. Cause for real, concrete, then maybe be subtle with my behavior, and Baldy making me subtle with my behavior. And anybody knows me, know I could turn up no matter where I'm at,
Yes, you
from work
can.
No, we know.
or personal. I'm not a stuffy individual.
One,
When you
two,
come on, this is talking about
1, 2.
whatever our subject area is. You would like it or you don't, because you don't have to tune in or be on. So thank you for coming in. So DJ Concrete, had a little lane.
Hello.
Hello.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm here.
Huh? Hello.
Yes, I'm here.
Who's here?
I'm here watching you all. Y'all ain't letting me in.
Oh, I don't. All right, hold on.
Turn on your mic. Turn on your mic, Concrete.
I thought somebody was at the door of the
I was like,
studio.
oh Lord, what's going on? We
yeah,
don't need
I
no
was
more of them
knocking. I
calls.
was knocking. Boom, boom. Let me in.
I said, please God, let's screen these calls today. I was about to do my glasses like this,
Yeah,
Jesus.
no,
Not
I
today,
didn't know
not
what was going
today.
on.
Yeah, I was like, oh Lord, not
No,
today.
I think I figured out what was wrong. E.
What was it?
Well, I'll try. I'm gonna see if I can make it pop up like the way I did.
Okay.
Are we
But
ready?
y'all can go ahead. Y'all can go ahead
No,
and
we
finish.
waiting on you. So now that we've
No,
got that,
oh, go ahead.
are we ready?
You, no, because I'm great. I'm great. I mean, but y'all can keep going. I'm just adding something here. So go ahead.
What's the
So
topic?
we waiting for our topic to come on from our technology department and upper management.
Okay.
So
I
thank
thought
you
I
so
heard you
much.
saying something.
No, we waiting for upper management to get the life together with the clip. Thank you so much. We've been trying this. Thank you so much. But make sure you call in once you hear the topics, and we'll start our conversations. But thank you all for coming in. So hopefully next week we'll probably have a guest on. But we want to do just various topics about not just a relationship, just life in general. Everybody likes to talk about different conversations. This is our platform for conversations, but we are calling relationship Are You For Real though? Because some topics are unbelievable. So in relations to what DJ Concrete is trying to cue up, the basic subject of the video is we talk about alpha males, alpha females, betas, whether you're male or female. So we want to talk about because Concrete always have this duties in his mind that he want to tell us women to have these duties and
Not my
staying
mind. It's
outside.
just real. As a matter of fact, you know what? Before we even start that off, and I want y'all in the comments to comment on this. Okay, when I say duties on there, I be meaning from the heart. I don't care what male or female say. A duty is a duty. For if you a male and you say you talking to a woman about duties and y'all trying to build together, and if she got a problem with duties, walk. Yeah, cuz you look at you. I see you looking at me. But here's the thing though, right? Walk. Because if she got a problem with a word and wants you to soften it up and everything, a duty is a duty, a role is a role, whatever. If you got to do all that, that's too much to do.
So
So,
guess what, Concrete? You
no,
say
no, hold
that.
on. Hold on 1 second. So, case in point,
Here we go.
it's okay when you at work and your boss that don't do nothing for you, he honestly ain't even the one who pay you. The corporation or they pay you. He's telling you your duties, but you'll do them and have no problem with doing them, right? But then when your man, who's way more valuable than your job, and your boss tells you, now you got a problem. Go ahead, cuz.
Oh, don't try to drop that little fake mic on me.
Go
And
ahead. No, don't try. Don't
no
try.
weapons form against me shall prosper. Because I told you about something you're gonna throw it on. See them weapons you try to throw at me?
No, I ain't even. I
Because you
want.
say
You know,
about
it's
the
funny
word, I
that you
said
said
duty.
that. It's funny that you said that because I was going to say that to you anyway. I mean, y'all got a problem when y'all man, who is far more valuable than y'all
Is he?
bosses and y'all job. Yes,
Is he?
yes. Well, you know what? He's supposed to be. So
Okay,
that's
let's
why I'm
let's get
telling
that
you,
right.
he's supposed to be. But if he's not, then that it's a problem. Y'all got to get it together. You know what I mean? Even if he don't have a job or whatever, you still supposed to hold him down or whatever. But
Oh, no, sir. Go ahead. Go ahead.
hold him down, cuz he hold him
I'm gonna
down.
hold him down, all
Anyway,
right. No,
anyway,
okay.
hold him
Come on.
down because you know what? I know y'all saw that movie Acrimony when
Yes,
old boy was he
Oh
was down and out.
Lord.
He just
that was a
believed in
good
what he
movie.
his yes, it was. He believed in his project and everything, right? But
Mm-hmm.
then the whole time she all in his ear, yeah, yeah, you know, the negative movement. And then she just got tired of it and then she left. And then this man gets rich and now she all over there. Nah,
Tell the
that's why
story.
y'all hold each other
Don't,
down.
don't, don't tell a little bit of it. That was one of Taraji P. Henson's best movies. A friend of mine introduced me to that movie, and then I gave it to Baldy. That was a great
It was good.
movie. That was the opposite where a woman, he was a cheater from the beginning. She struggled from the beginning. She had a traumatic event about her life, and she just wanted to be loved, and she thought this man would help her through all that. It took her probably about 20 plus years because I think they were just going to college or something like that,
They
and it
were in
was
college, yeah.
and she was in her 40s and she struggled with this man and she had to work and he wouldn't get a job. He just worked on his one little piece of equipment. He eventually got rich and the tables turned. If you haven't seen Acrimony, Acrimony, that was an awesome movie with Taraji P. Henson. Let me tell you another good movie that was low budget. There again, somebody else introduced me because they're a huge movie buff, and I turned Baldy on. Have y'all ever seen a movie Queen and Slim?
I
Oh
think I've
Yes,
seen
yeah.
it.
that was good.
Yeah,
Oh
Yeah, that
I
my
was
think I've
real
seen it.
gosh.
good.
Where is that love? Now I don't want to get shot in the end because I'm too cute for that. But that was some love. Oh my gosh.
And it
I
was
don't get
from a
shot.
short period of time. And
Right, right, right,
that
right.
was the thing about it. They didn't have to 5 years, 6 years down the line. It was more first she was acting kind of funny toward him, but then she saw that he really did care for her from the beginning. And she was able to say, hey, look, even though I'm not supporting, what they did, but definitely they stuck together to the very end, they stuck together. And that
And she
was
started off as an alpha female. Remember, she was an attorney,
right,
right? Like she was an
correct.
attorney. She was an alpha female. He was kind of baby, was kind of smitten with her. And then she was just like, no. She was snapping. He just kept
And I think
going
they
at
met on a dating
her.
site. I think that's what it was. They met on a dating site. I think she said she didn't have anything else to do that night, so she hit him and they went to a diner. It was really well put together in the sense
Mm-hmm.
of the way it worked. It wasn't, oh, he a baller, he on a vacation home and he got all the money, and no, it was very simple, and they were on the run together.
Right.
And it was a good movie. Yeah, Sweet Mama put me on to that movie. Listen, I could watch it again
I
and
know.
again.
It's so nostalgic because that's nostalgic
Right,
love I have never had. And I don't know too many people that's had it. Even though it was written, it was just all the people they encountered being on the run.
right,
How you encounter your family members can be negative, and
right,
somebody you may have met in a short period of time, and they become your best friend, your everything, your
right,
protector. No matter what, it was some grimy people in that movie, and every time
right, right,
both
right.
things
They
goodbye in
stuck
the movie,
together.
it's gonna be some griminess. That's just
Right.
the character around he's in. But that was a great movie. So if you all haven't seen that, you want some love, you
Queen and
want some
Slim.
love in your heart, try to catch up on Queen and Slim. You want to see the opposite. It was love, but it was some like suspense. Look at Acrimony with Taraji P. Henson.
Right.
All
Well,
right.
that was something else. So this is what we're gonna do here, right? Now, speaking of alpha females, are you down with an alpha female, Baldy E?
Have I ever dated an alpha female? I've dated somebody that wanted to be an alpha female in our relationship,
Mm-hmm.
and I had to just go ahead and cut that down. Like they wanted to be the lead in the relationship, and I just wasn't with it. You know,
Right.
that's not gonna happen.
Well, before we kick the rest of this off, right? I want to send a shout out to Christy Webb, Simply 10 Art, YPC WAP,
What
and
up,
all the
YP?
other
What?
people
Ten?
that are all
Simply
up on the
10,
stream.
Christy Webb.
Chrissy
And
Webb.
also send a shout out to Ski Town. He watching. Ski, you just
Okay.
missed the Brutally
What's
Honest
up,
Rap
Ski
show. It was a
Town?
good one. But we talking
Ski
relationships
Town.
now. And you can definitely jump in. So I wanna share a video, right? And for all the men that's in here, I want y'all to let us know. If not, me and Baldy will hold it down and let y'all know.
Mm-mm.
Would y'all want a woman like this? And what she's saying, I mean, is it cool, or do y'all find that attractive about a woman or whatever? So we're gonna try this video. I had it lined up, but we gonna try. Let me see if I can make this thing happen real quick. Let me see. Hold on. Video screen. Let me see something. Let me see. Let me check. All right. Okay. Window. Okay, here we go. Let's try it. Let's see what we can do. All right. Hold on. Let me see if I can get old loudmouth lady ready.
You call the old loudmouth lady.
Yeah. All right. Hold on. I'm at the. Oh boy. Hold up. Let me see my hide that. Okay. Let's try it this way. All right. See if we can get this thing popping here. Huh. All right. Right here. Let's go.
Young girls to avoid that grown woman pressure. See, every man want to believe that he's an alpha man until it's time to do what alpha men do, like provide, protect, produce. So when that grown woman put pressure on that wannabe alpha man, who's usually a weak man, he runs to a weaker woman. The woman that he can control her mind, the woman that self-esteem is low, the woman he can manipulate, use, and abuse. Yes, that woman. See, ladies, you could be too much for a man. You could be too independent. You could be too accomplished. You could be too established. You could be too confident that that you have to send that man back to the basic women that they're comfortable with. And when you finally let that man go, you will realize that he had absolutely nothing to offer from day one, only lies and disappointments, which means that you had everything he wanted. He had nothing. Ladies, be smart, date smart, choose wisely, and remember, I told you. A lot of grown men date young girls.
Okay. Okay. I'm gonna start off with Baldy E on this one. Would you date something like her? I mean, would you date her?
Hey, that's how you feel about it? Would you date something like her?
That was my
Wow, that's
what
powerful
would you do with
statement
that?
right there, Creek.
I'm gonna say this based on the personality, probably not. I'm probably not gonna date her with that type of attitude, almost thinking that every man is like that. See, my thing is this: every person is different. You may meet a weak man that he's not an alpha man, he's not a provider, he's not somebody that wants to do what a man should do. Every man is not like that though. You're gonna have these beta men that a lot of women choose beta men and they provide for the beta men. So no, I probably wouldn't. Unless we are under an understanding that I'm not a beta man and I'm an alpha man and I'm gonna lead the relationship. That's the only way I would date her. But probably not.
Okay. So Cuzzy.
Oh no. So simply said, Tina says people construe her with being an alpha female, but I also know how to let a man lead. People misconstrue a woman who behaves like a man, and the alpha females, we are not the same. It's not something like her. She is speaking from her experience, those
Right.
she have dealt with or people she knows. Every woman isn't like her either. That's true.
And I agree with that.
Yep, I fully agree with that. Now, Cuzzy,
But
let's say not me,
oh,
but let's say one of your other cousins, right? And they say, would you hook her up with one of your cousins? Not me.
what?
Would you hook that lady up with one of your cousins?
No,
Why?
because I don't hook people up.
Oh my gosh. Cousin,
What?
let's say if you had, would you hook your cousin up with this lady? I ain't say you hooking
You mean
people up,
like
but would
me and
you
you, and you like some chick, like one of my homegirls? Would I hook my homegirl up with you?
Oh my word.
Why can't use you? You single. What's up? I mean, what's up? What's up?
Cuzzy, I said not me. I don't want no lady
Why
like
can't
that.
use you? I
Huh?
got to use your chocolate finest, Frankie Beverly.
Yeah. Before I let go,
Yeah.
let me tell you something. Me personally, not me, cuz don't even put me in that.
Okay.
No.
Let me. Okay. So would I hook Baldy up? Is that what you? Okay. Can I use him?
Go ahead and use
I don't want
Baldy.
that.
No, don't even say it, Baldy.
You
Just tell
mean
me
a
hold that.
woman or that woman?
That woman.
Hell no, because we're gonna be fighting. I don't. First of all, I don't do well with women anyway.
Okay.
I know.
Most
I
women
can
and
tell.
I don't blend because it is what it is.
You know what? I don't mean to
What?
cut you off, but please remember what you just said. How
Yeah,
am
because she just told the truth.
I
yeah,
told the
but
truth.
here's the thing.
I don't have
How
a lot of girlfriends because guess what? Let me tell you something about me. I'm not fake. I'm not gonna sit like I'm pedestal and queen and all that. This is what you get, and whatever
And who
somebody
is
else
fake?
demeanor
Who
it
is fake?
is. I'm
Who
just
is
saying.
fake?
This is me. So
Uh-huh.
a lot of people like I like football. I like gaming. A lot of women don't like all that stuff like I like. So no, I don't have a lot of girlfriends. I have few,
but
true,
Cuzzy,
small circle.
okay, so let me ask you this. So because I
Yes.
really want you to get finished. And shouts out to Pokey, and I will read that comment right there as
Okay.
well. Now, my thing is if you can't mess with a lot of these females,
Mm-hmm.
how do you expect your cousins or your brother-in-law to be messing with a lot of these females out here?
They don't.
And y'all can't.
So I
So
have had situations and associates, because everybody's not my girlfriend or my best girlfriends. You have layers of people that you deal with. You see what I'm saying? You have
Okay.
associates, you have friends, you have good friends, right?
Mm-hmm.
Some people, your good friends are the people you consider like your sister, like your family members, right?
Uh-huh.
I have associates. I might kick it with them. We might go out, little lunch, or here, there. I'm not telling you all everything I'm engulfed in my life and what I do and hanging from seal all the little funny stuff I say. No. Baldy has, can I tell you business, Baldy?
Go ahead.
She
I need a
loved telling your
disclaimer.
business, Baldy.
Go ahead.
Look, I had to
Go
give a
ahead. I'm
disclaimer
cool
Open
with
the
it.
first.
book.
Go ahead. Tell it.
And then put your ear. Baldy has indulged in some of my associates. Were they my associates? Yeah. And then once he done
So
tainted
you
my
hooked him up.
associates, no, I ain't hooked nobody up. I didn't know, I forbade, and they still did what they want to do because they grown. Because I'm gonna give you an example. You know, in real life, I mean, y'all see Baldy in this little social media. In real life, Baldy is GQ. You look better in person than on the screen. That's what I'm gonna say. No dig to what you look like in the screen. Maybe it's the white background, like you're doing a like passport photo. But you know, like Baldy and I have been out to lunch eat with my son. Women was speaking to him. I'm sitting next to Baldy. She's like, "Hey," I'm like, "He could have been my man." They didn't care. I went to Ashley stores to get something. One woman had the Dairy On by Beyonce written on her old butt. She was about 50, 60 years old. She's like, "Can your husband?" I'm like, "First of all, he ain't my husband." You know, just the women, just with the thing. He has hooked up, or what we gonna call it? Hooked up. We're gonna say hooked up with my some of my then they start talking to me because of him. I lost some girlfriends because of him, associates.
Okay.
So in that case, I lost my girlfriends. You know, ran them away. I didn't hook them up. They might have met him at like a function. I used to do singles parties. Well, let me clear if I was singles parties. Not singles parties, not no hooker parties. It was just friends getting together. I used to cook a lot. Have what I used to do like once a month, eat once a month.
Right.
And I
It's
could
about once a
do
month.
singles games. We talk about finance, love, sex, romance, and we just had a good time. I would come up with like little icebreakers, little different things, and we would meet in my house. I would decorate. They get their little gift bags to go. Everybody had to bring something to drink. We ate or whatever. He met my friends at the functions. I didn't know that he was, you know, being Mac Daddy. So what I'm supposed to do? My girlfriend was like, "Oh," from the conversation, "I think your brother is a hoe." I said, "Okay, okay, he a hoe.
Yeah.
Keep it moving." I mean, what you telling me for? I'm in the kitchen wrapping up sandwiches. And next thing I know, by next party, they standing together like this. I'm like, "Hold it." I said, "Something don't look right." Oh, they done hooked up behind my back.
The same one that
He
said he
liked the
looked like
whole
a
They
hoe.
game.
say he was a hoe. Exactly.
Wow.
She was trying to change a hoe into a house husband.
See, that's why I don't be out here in these streets.
So I didn't do the hooking up. She stopped talking to me for a good. They was dating and whatever they was doing and traveling and dating. She stopped talking to me because she was scared. I guess if she see all the chocolatey goodness at another event, she was gonna lose her daggone mind. So now, I mean, we and her, we don't hang. We talk. Me, man, she got a little baby, whatever. But another one of my girlfriends, he drove her crazy.
He hoeing
Kay,
out all your girlfriends, huh?
listen, and me and her was friends since college. And I don't even know how they hooked up. I don't even
The
remember.
whole gang.
She came to visit Baltimore from North Carolina, and I don't even know how they even hooked up. Did he go on my phone? Did she go? I don't even know what happened. And then I went to visit her in
Hello,
North
Baldy.
Carolina. Went to visit her in North Carolina,
Simple
and she called me
conversation,
and
man.
Baldy talking
Simple
about we trying to get
conversation.
her to come back.
You
He
got a
drove her
target for one of
crazy.
the next girlfriends? Who the next target?
Nah, I got
No,
my halo on. You know,
we
Huh?
done with that life.
that halo on real tight. You know.
No, we done with that. And the rest of my girlfriends he don't like. So that ain't gonna happen. I don't get too many new friends, a lot more work associates. That ain't happening. No.
Well,
Mm-mm.
I'm gonna tell you like this: the lady that we just played on the video, she was a bit much. I mean, her house didn't even look like a dude was up in there. She looked like she was in the kitchen. She was in there the whole house by herself because ain't no dude gonna be up in there with her like that. She got the hot sauce sitting right there in front of her. Ain't no
And she ain't
food.
doing no duties.
Yeah, no, she ain't doing no duties. She just up there running her mouth. That's what that was. So
But
to that
why
point,
people associate an alpha female with being a mean person? Like all alpha females are not mean.
they surely aren't. But when they talk rough like her, she was rough
Yeah,
around the edges.
that's just
Right.
a ignorant woman.
It's person to
You
person.
know,
It's
alpha
almost like
females are usually females who have gotten like their PhD and they can run their own business and they don't have to work for anybody else. That's why they consider the alpha female. Like, I'm getting a little confused about the depiction of like a mean woman being an alpha female. That's not what an alpha female is from my perspective. Because
Well,
I could be an alpha female and so could Sweet Mama be an alpha female.
right. And
Because
there,
Sweet
there are
Mama
different versions.
she don't deal um with men that take care of her.
Okay.
That's not true.
Well, I'm sure your
I've
wife
had
might
him
have.
to take care of me. I had a husband for a long time.
But you say
Oh,
he didn't take care of you. You had
he
to
took
work
it.
two
I
jobs,
s-
right?
so that was my okay. So I
What
got
I'm
married
saying take
young.
care of is what he talking about. What Creek depicts as taken care of when a woman don't have to work or whatever. That's taken care of. I don't look at a female
Uh,
who is working two jobs as a man taking care of. If that's what you call taking care of, then I don't need you to take care of me because you ain't taking nothing but up my time.
yeah, and I mean everybody got their own background situation, so I'm not even gonna go in. I mean, you got your definition of it, and I had mine, but
No, I'm saying what you
yeah.
think an alpha female is from what he depicted. Is that an alpha female to you?
So an alpha female is a person who, whether a man or not, could take care of herself if needed. She can be submissive if the man will step up and be an alpha male.
Mm-hmm.
I can give you an example. I was telling E, I had a friend call me, and he was beta to the third power. And I said, Lord have mercy. I'm getting the counseling session. That's not nobody I want to be with. I tried to date that person, and time again, I tried to leave. Okay, he wasn't playing the dates. I let him playing the dates, playing where we going, whatever. And then time and time again, you crying like it's a therapy session. And there's nothing wrong with a man confiding in it, but when it gets to a point where it's like you too old to be ruining your life at this point, and I'm gonna have to work, and you're gonna be home because something ain't right with your situation. And you gotta remember, people have other things going on in their lives. They got mental health problems, substance use problems. They got a lot of stuff going on. So I feel like because of a person's situation, if he's the alpha male and he's working, I'm sitting home, and then you go do something stupid to lose your job, then what?
Mm-hmm. Well,
Like, okay,
why
let
do
me
you
give you an
think that?
example.
A part of
Say
the
like I had
family.
a husband that's a police officer. He get crooked in one of you know how they take the drugs or the money or whatever, and he lose his job. Then what we gonna do? Because I've been home doing my duties and ironing drawers and curtains.
I'm telling you, every week I'm getting more proud of you because you starting to listen.
I didn't say I was. I'm saying what should happen. So if he lose his job, that we relying on that income, and we got the house, I get to ride in the little vehicle that you done put a little gas in, gave me my little allowance. What if you lose your job? Think about all these officers that have lost their jobs or people. What are we to do? Because I've been home chilling, cooking you breakfast sandwiches when you come downstairs at 12 noon concrete. What am I supposed
Raising
to
your
do?
kids.
Well,
Probably was the only woman.
I don't know about all that.
don't forget y'all in the
That's what I
comments, y'all
know.
can actually call in at
My man.
470-493
So what happens in that situation when you have a husband and that's his career, and now he lost his
9928.
career? What are we to do?
I,
E, hello.
No, why you saying E? It's Creek.
Oh, I was gonna ask him the answer. He looking
Why
down
you
like
Okay.
that.
asking? Why you asking E? You just asked. You directed the question to him. He not
Concrete
answering,
ain't
and you
gonna
gonna
answer.
say E?
Because Concrete ain't gonna answer.
Okay,
Go ahead,
Answer what?
Concrete.
so
This
Answer
is a
what?
fake show.
Answer what?
The question. What would I do?
What would you do if the
You
guy
start
got in
with
trouble?
questions, but you don't answer. So we was waiting for the answer. Like, what is a woman to do if she stayed home and you took care of her? You took care of her, took care of the kids. But we going back to that same old question again. What is she to do?
What if I lost my job?
Right.
She wait till I get another job. Y'all be making things difficult. Y'all think because that happened a lot of times y'all asking the wrong guy the wrong questions. I've been through hell and
No,
high
we
water.
asking the right guy the right questions.
Well, I'm
You
telling
just
y'all,
not
I'm
asking.
gonna leave it plain and simple because a lot of stuff that I might say, y'all might think that I'm just joking sometime, whatever. But look,
No,
if
just say
had
what
that
you
happened to me,
mean.
I'll just go get another job. She still ain't got to worry about it. I mean, it's that's just a part of what happened, and I'm gonna fix it.
But you
You see what I'm
said,
saying?
but you wouldn't want her to get alimony, right?
Hold on, I thought
He
we were just
divorced
talking about.
already? Lord, he went from losing his job to divorce. Good
Yeah,
Lord.
that's what I'm talking about.
well,
I
I'm
look,
gonna say this. Let me jump in. Okay, so if I lost my job, I had a wife, I had kids. I personally would go out if I couldn't find a job at the same level. I would go out and get two, three jobs. If I had to work at Home Depot, if I had to work at Domino's, if I had to, I don't know, clean hotel rooms during the day or whatever. You do whatever you have to do to provide for your family. It
Mhm.
doesn't matter if you gotta be up all day, all night, whatever. You do what you have to do as a man to provide, regardless
Mhm.
of the fact. Just
Right.
So
because
let
you
me
don't
let
let
me
your
piggyback off a question from that. Now, in your experience with some males that you know, have they
hmm
done what you said that you were going to do?
no. I mean, some males, I'll say my more professional friends, either they be blue collar or white collar, yes, they have gone out and done that. Now, guys that I know that now I'm not gonna call them losers, but there's guys that have always been people that didn't do what they were supposed to do by their family, period. No, they didn't do it. They sat around, they talked about, oh man, I lost my job, didn't know what direction to go in. Now, it's two type of men. It's an alpha and it's a beta. That alpha guy is gonna go out there and do whatever the hell he gotta do to go take care of his family. Whatever he needs to do within reason and being a legal way of taking care of your family, you're going to go out here and do it. Because you got to think, if you do something illegal, what ends up happening? You might go to jail, and then your family is in a worse situation. So, an alpha man is going to go out here. Hell, he's not going to let his pride get. If I got to go clean schools at night, deliver pizzas during the day, and work at Home Depot, I got to do it until I can
Exactly.
get back to where I need to be.
Right. See, me, I the way I am, I don't look, I had like two jobs in my life. Everything else was self-employed. So
Right.
I was never a 9 to 5 guy. Really. I mean, I'm serious. I'm the worst employee. Uh when I'm supposed to be there, I get there, I'm late. When I get there, I'm ready to eat lunch.
Oh, we
After
know
I
you
eat lunch,
late.
I'm ready to
That
go
ain't gonna
home.
change.
So right here we got Pokey. Pokey said alpha male would have made plans for that ahead of time and
I
had
agree with that too.
and had backup in the bank to take care of you. Wow.
Yep.
He has looking for another job. Oh, while he's looking for another job. And see, that's what I'm saying. That I mean, look,
No,
my
that
life
wasn't
is
what
like
you
that.
said. You just
My
said you'll
life,
get
no, no,
another
no, no.
job.
My life is like that. My life, day to day, I have to make sure I have to find work, make money, every day. You understand what I'm saying? So
Mm-hmm.
I don't live on nobody's, I don't walk with anybody's crutch. I don't walk with anybody. I mean, I have Jehovah God that's helping me every day wake up, give me the energy, and do what I need to do. You know what I mean? With or without,
hmm
what I mean, he provides for me. If you think about a bird eats every day because of our creator. So same thing as us humans, he love us as humans, and we get up and do it. I'm not gonna let nothing get me down. You understand? I'm gonna always get out and do what I need to do, and that's it. Like what we talking about right now is cool, but it doesn't phase me as far as like, oh, I'm gonna be in my house. Oh, I done lost my job. I lost this. Nope. The next morning, I'm looking for the next shining light. Period.
Right, right. And I think that's the thing that we're missing out here as human beings. You know, you can tell the people that go out and kill it and bring it home for the wife to cook it up. You can tell the people that do that because they
Hmm.
don't let anything stop them. And you're not supposed to let anything stop you no matter what. And that's regardless. That's regardless if you have a wife and kids, or if you just have freaking kids, or you just have a wife, or you just have yourself. You can't let things get you down to a point where you stop living and you fall into this whole, oh, I'm not going to go make no money to support myself. No, because at some level, we all have family, whether they be our immediate family, we have parents, and all of us, either our parents are deceased or we have older parents at this point. That
Hmm.
some of us are taking care of those parents. You have to keep going regardless of what you're doing. Self-employed, employed, underemployed. Listen, you gotta do what you gotta do. People come from different countries and they look at Americans and they say, why y'all not out here working? It's something to do. It's always a job out here to do something. Now, it's all in what you want to do. All of us have had a situation in our lives where we had to work somewhere and it sucked. But we all did it for a reason. We all did it because, hey, we got rent, we got mortgages, we got kids, we got bills, period. You can't live in this world and say, I'm going to do nothing. If
Right.
you are, I mean, who are you for real? You're nobody if you're not going to do anything to survive. Just like Concrete touched on, he's self-employed. He has to get out here and hustle every day. He can't just lay in the bed and say, "Oh, well, I'll do it tomorrow. I'll do it next week." No, I mean it's between that and eating every day.
Right. Yep.
Absolutely.
So, I have another thing that I want to pull up, but we're gonna finish this. You know what we're talking here, but again, like me personally, that lady definitely wouldn't. She's way too rough. I need a feminine woman. A lot of women don't realize. I mean, you can have a tough man, an alpha male, right? But let him get a feminine woman. That will make that man melt. That will make that man melt, and he's going to take care of her and treat her like no other. And that's what the problem is. A lot of women are combative, don't want to cooperate. They just lost the whole thing of the man being the head or whatever. But I get it, women. I do. There's a lot of bum like dudes out here. So it's hard. I mean, I get it because y'all got to
It
remember
look like some women don't have rewards on either side though.
what you mean by dealing with alpha
I
male
mean,
or a
if
beta.
you deal with an alpha male who was doing everything for you and taking care of you, and you've been in a relationship like the scenario we had, that's been in a
Mm.
relationship for 30 years, and then he cheat on you and you divorce him, you still. What was the need to even be like that for? You getting the same thing that a alpha female would get.
Okay. Um. Well, like I said, with me, it's different. I care if I'm, if I care about my mate. You know what I'm saying? And I'm not going to just do her any type of way. So, but to each his own. You know what I'm saying? It's just not me. I mean, you gotta remember, some people. It depends on their parents. Them old sayings stand true. It starts at home. So, um, I mean, and you women gotta pick wisely. You gotta choose wisely, just like men have to choose wisely. So, but I'm gonna see if I can make this work. Matter of fact, we're not gonna do that just yet. But okay, cuz so
I'm belching and trying to get my life together. I'm like, what?
He like, all right, cuz.
yeah, so anyway, um, so what I mean, what type of man, say for instance, a guy walk up to you, and I might have asked something similar to this last week. What type of man tingles your bell?
Which bell?
All six of them.
Oh shit.
Um, I don't have one type of man that I particularly like. It's more of a chemistry. I'm more of an observer. Like I observe people demeanors, how they approach me, the conversation. So we can be somebody that might be, as people say, opposites. But I like the person. It's not, oh well, he got to have this. It's through observation and the chemistry between he and I.
Mm-hmm.
But it ain't like, oh, I like chocolate men, light men, short men. It's no very. It's basically chemistry and the approach, the demeanor of a person, how they look. Not mean like, oh, he fine, but
Oh shit.
yeah. So it just depends.
Okay.
So I don't like one type of man. You can't say, "Oh, that's her type." Nah, you don't know my type because my type may change day to day. Don't do that, Baldy.
She like all of the above.
Pokey
Don't do
said
that, Baldy.
most men and women today think that they want something and but it goes bad. I'm assuming that's what's being said. And they say they can just jump over the fence to a greener pasture. They're supposed to stick together no matter what.
Mm.
And that's
People
very
I
not do
agree
true.
that.
with Pokey. I
Yeah.
agree
I
with
agree
that.
with Pokey, but a lot of people not like that. They thinking so the next woman they may jump the bones and go over there is gonna be better, and then they got to look at the woman they had at home that was adhering to whatever they wants. Then them be the alpha
Their
male, and she was
duties.
their duties, and she was doing everything she was supposed to, and they thought that green. Then they always come back. Like I tell some men I dealt with, you'll be thinking about me long before I think about you,
You'll
cause
never
I'm not
find
for the bull. I'm not
love
for the bull.
like mine.
Trust me, I don't
I
wake up
think
in my morning thinking about nobody I was dealing with. I'm moving on my day and thanking God I got another day to get up.
Okay.
I
I
think
don't
Miss
what
do that.
Leslie.
lacks is the communication. I think the communication of what your needs are. What do you like? A lot of people don't take the time to figure out what people like. People don't know what people's favorite color is. They've been with people 10 years and don't know what their favorite colors are. Don't know what they like to eat. Can't order for them at a restaurant. I mean, I've had girlfriends previously where I could order their whole meal because I know them that well, or I pay attention, or I take mental notes on things that they like, things they don't like, places they don't like. And you have to pay attention to the small things because the small things are what keeps you together.
Exactly.
It's not the big stuff. It's not the trips to Rome and the trips out of town. It's
The
not that
Gucci
because
bags.
if the money ever has to go away, meaning that man, just like we were just talking about, that man gets unemployed. Are you going to not love him anymore because he's not making six figures, or are you going to say, "Oh, well, I love you regardless if you're working at Domino's. I still love you because you're still trying to do better and you are going to do better. It just takes time." Like
Mhm.
Concrete shared a video with me that was a really good video where a woman was saying, "I'm going to stick by you no matter what." I think the gentleman had just lost his job or something like that. And she's like, "Look, I'm going to help you tonight. We're going to sit down and we're going to look for jobs." And that's kind of like what we're missing. You
Mm-hmm.
know, we thinking about Gucci bags. It's nothing wrong with having nice things, but it's the fact that those are the main focuses in relationships versus the relationship being the people.
That was well spoken, D, because you had mentioned the simple things in a relationship that people, like you said, that's the simple things like what color does she like versus a Gucci bag. You know what I mean? Sometimes
Right,
just remembering the simple things is better than this big material things. But some women will beg to differ. They'll be like, "Oh no, give me the Gucci bag," but that goes to show you where their mind is.
right. I
You see what I'm
agree.
Mhm.
saying? So, I mean, again, you got to choose wisely or whatever. But Miss Leslie, you go ahead with
I, I I like a man that's catering. catering to my needs. I don't have to ask. He just know, because he's in
Right.
tune to me,
Right.
And usually when a man is in tune to you, you don't have to require anything because he already know. Because he's studying you. He watching how you move and he asks questions. He'll be like, what
That
you like?
mental note.
Yeah, he communicates well with you because he's interested. He's well invested. He's communicating. So that's what I like.
Okay.
All the other stuff is superficial.
All right. I mean, that sounds definitely legit. Now this goes out to, and I'm gonna try to pull it up. This right here is going to go out to all the women on here, and we're gonna
So this,
start off with y'all two
uh,
on the panel. If y'all
okay.
ran and ran into a guy and y'all got married, how would y'all know how to treat the man? Do y'all think?
I do.
Mm.
I believe what I want out of the relationship is what I gotta give.
Okay, but you just mentioned two words that actually when you get with somebody, sometimes you got to leave I out
Hmm.
and find out what he wants. 'Cause remember,
Well,
you
we communicating, so we're gonna know what each other want.
okay, sweet mama,
Can you repeat the question?
huh?
Can you repeat the question?
Oh, I was just saying that do you, like, say for instance, if you meet the guy that you if you wanted to get married again or whatever, um would you know how to take care of this guy?
Absolutely.
Okay, and how?
So my demeanor is my demeanor. When I'm in a relationship, I'm in a relationship. I've dated somebody that before he even got home, and I'm still, you don't want to hear it, working, and I might have been working from home. I made sure his slippers was right at the door because his feet hurt because the type of work he did. I made sure I had his meal cooked. I made sure I was cute, sexy, and fluffy, waiting to serve the meal. And anything he want to talk, I wouldn't start with my foolishness first. I would let him, if he want to talk about what happened at work or what was going on, I would let that man get it in and listen attentively as much as I could, because want most of the time with men talking. So just being there for them, because men want to talk about things that happened during their day, or we start in with them as soon as they get in the door. So I have a person I was dating and we're not together, but he's still calling me like, I'm almost his woman, just questions, and Baldy know what I'm talking about. I'm like,
Hmm.
go with this man no more. I'm not dating, but I still consider him a friend. Although we're not together, he valued me helping him, and he had some difficult times, and I didn't mind doing that because I felt that was my place to help that man or assist him whatever he needs.
Right.
So I've been, like I said, I've been in long term relationships. I've, you know, um, complied and did duties, and then washing, but making sure that person feels comfortable enough to express himself between us, because not everything is meant for everybody in the family. It's between us. And being his rider, no matter how much I might have thought he was a loser sometimes, or he got on my nerves,
Right.
because I've had a guy just kept quitting the job. I'm like, why you keep quitting your job? Like, I quit my job, I'm about to get another one. Quit my job, and I'm like, good Lord. I mean, what is we doing? So I'm like, okay, I'm gonna stick by this man. He getting on my nerves, but I stuck as long as I could and rode it out as long as I could until he did some things that caused him not to be in a relationship with all this sweet mamaness. So
Well
it is what it
spoken,
is.
sweet mama.
Goodbye.
You and Miss Leslie cut it up tonight with that, but I could tell, sweet mama, I saw your eyes. You was reading off a teleprompter. Everything you just said, it wasn't from the heart. No,
Goodbye.
no, I'm messing with you, cousin. So no, but that's good. Hello, can y'all hear me? Oh, my bad.
Yeah, we
Okay,
can
so
hear
please
you.
don't
Yeah,
be no special caller. Hold on.
yeah,
I don't
yeah.
feel like that right
so
now.
so
So they
anyway,
asking, are we still doing the rap show?
Who isn't
uh,
there?
Yeah, we'll check that in a minute. Um, it was something I was.
What's
Oh,
that?
so let me do this right. I'm gonna see if I can pick this up, and hopefully nothing else pops up on the screen other than what I want to put up there. Hold on a
So
second.
while we're waiting for you to do that, something else says depends on the man. I did my duties and my ex still didn't work out due to many things, but mainly because of his own insecurities. Thank you for sharing, Simply 10. Dougie say if I met a woman and she tell me her full name, but after 5 months I don't remember, is that bad?
Oh Lord.
Okay.
He
Okay,
wasn't
Dougie.
remembering.
Write
Yeah,
it
that
down,
is
Dougie.
bad.
I don't know, but you may want to write that down, put it in your phone, and put a little picture next to it so we know who you're talking about when you're talking to her. I don't know, boo cake. So, yeah, relationships are difficult if you make it. It can be
Right,
easy if both sides try to make it easy, but you can't
right,
have resistance on one side and an open and willingness from another side. It doesn't work.
right.
Both of y'all
I
have to be
agree.
open and willing to, not have the secrets, the foolishness, the lies, the deception. If you want to be with that person, be with them. Be open, be honest, be upfront with them. This is what, I'm looking for. Because that's a question that, men ask me. What are you looking for in a relationship? What are you looking for? I told him I don't go and look. It's gonna come to me because it's gonna be my blessing. I ain't got to put my glasses on and look for a man in the at night with a flashlight. So concrete is that for us?
Yeah. Uh,
It's a little small.
it's a little
Yeah,
small.
because
Now,
I
Mr.
can't read that.
Now, Mr. DJ, you
Oh
may have
no.
to read it for us. So the title now,
Oh
sir,
Lord.
sir, bring that back down.
Oh,
So the
blind
title
self.
is tips to look for after your husband.
Oh no, tips
Extract
to
from a
look after your husband.
1950
Right.
to look after your husband. Extract from 1950 home economics book.
Good
Child,
Lord.
home economics really concrete.
What?
Home
Exactly, really. So
economics.
that's what the problem is. When you're looking at this modern day stuff, Atlanta housewives and all that, them girls be faking the funk. They don't know what to do with a man. They don't even know what to do with themselves,
Oh Lord, it
right?
say have
So
dinner ready. Prepare
exactly.
Okay,
yourself.
check. Okay, I said that. Check.
You was
Read the
reading
rest of
this
that,
list,
y'all.
cousin. You was reading this list, cousin.
I
Prepare
was
the
not.
children.
Well, most of my men be
Minimum.
fat and they want to eat, so they hungry.
Okay. And then you see the third one over there to the far right. It said,
All right.
listen to him.
I
You may
said
have to
that. It might be womp, but I still listen.
and this was sent in from actually one of our loyal loyal listener and viewers.
Okay.
Um,
Really?
oh yeah, yeah. They I mean, so then um minimize all noise. That means your mouth. No, I'm messing with
Oh, it depends on what I'm doing with my mouth, sucker. Don't
you. Oh,
try.
You would want
I just
for
want to
her
be
to
smart.
maximize the mouth.
Right,
huh?
smarty.
What was that?
I said you would want her to maximize the mouth.
Oh, okay. All
Yeah.
righty then.
Ciao,
Yeah.
Okay.
Baldy.
Then it's a prepare yourself, take 15 minutes to rest so you will be refreshed when he arrives.
Well, if
Touch up
she
your
home doing her
makeup.
duties and don't work, she been resting all day. But go ahead.
Nah, y'all gonna have to be super rest. We don't want to see no red in y'all eyes or nothing. So anyway, it's a touch up your makeup and put a ribbon on your hair and be
See,
fresh looking.
that's nothing from 1950. Ain't
That's
nobody
it.
put no.
Exactly.
Oh, they
So
want
y'all
you. They want their wife to look like a little girl, a pedophile. So that's what this
nope,
is.
nope.
Oh
We want
Lord.
y'all to go and look at Leave It to Beaver
Exactly. Ain't nobody
and
no
all
damn
that.
Leave It to Beaver.
Look
Sir.
at all that so y'all can see what a wife do instead of looking at 90-day fiance and all of those kind of stuff.
Ain't nobody looking at that foolishness. We look at that's for entertainment purposes. If you 50, 40 plus and think that's real life, that might be
Right.
some people real
You
life, but that
must be
ain't real life.
retarded. Retarded.
That's crazy. That's for entertainment.
Oh Lord.
Anyway,
What's the rest of them concrete?
Let me see if you trying to test me with the read, ain't you?
No,
I
I
can
can't.
barely
I
read.
mean, it made it so small. I mean, what
Yeah,
the?
I know.
What say the
It, it,
goal?
it
Some
said, after the
don'ts.
ribbon, be fresh looking. You know what I'm saying? He said he has just been with a lot of work and weary people. Be a little, oh my word, why they had to use that word? But it say be a little gay and a little more interesting. His boring day may need a lift. Now, what would you do to lift that husband's day,
What are you talking?
Yes.
Cuzzy?
So I'm a peekaboo, as y'all saw on a relationship show. I like the mask and the dress up.
Mm-hmm.
So I know, like, I like the Savage Fenty. That's the new thing. The plus
Okay.
size mommy Savage Fenty. You look feminine. I'm not gonna come with no steel toe boots on and no jeans. I'm gonna have something feminine on always.
Okay. All right. How
Maybe
about you, Miss
not
Leslie?
nothing with my apron on.
Oh, okay. All right. I mean,
I
creative.
don't want to burn your eyes out, so I ain't want to give you that visual.
Go ahead. Go ahead, Miss Leslie.
What was the question again?
Uh, what would you do right there where it says, what would you do basically to lift up your husband's boring day when he gets home, so
Mm.
you can,
What would I do to lift up his boring day?
because he was bored at work.
Oh, okay. Well, I role play, so y'all see me role playing on these shows. So that's
Hmm.
what I did. He would never be bored with me.
Okay. Well, Baldy, we're gonna reverse this. I ain't trying to put you. We talking
Put
about
him on the
husbands,
spot. Put him on the
huh?
spot. Put him on the spot.
The women. What would you do since you said you good with her working? She come home from work. What you gonna do?
Or why you didn't flip it? Say instead of what he gonna do, say what would you want your woman to have prepared for you or to look like? Since he the
Because
alpha male,
that still fits in what y'all
he's the
two
alpha
been saying.
male.
I mean, I can answer it that way. I mean,
Mm.
ask it that way, but I'm asking him what would he want. I mean, what would he do if the women were? Because remember, he said he's totally fine. Oh, I didn't know he had left off. But hold on, let me see something. I didn't know that he had left off.
Oh, you
Hold
got
on.
so much going on the screen. I couldn't even tell.
Hey, E.
Yeah, I
I
didn't even
mean,
know. I
Oh,
didn't even know he was gone.
I'm going to cut that screen.
oh,
So
okay, we couldn't tell.
the question was,
Oh my God,
um,
what is all this stuff on the screen?
was that what would you do for your woman, since you say you totally cool with your woman working, and she come home from work and from a boring day, but she had a lot of stuff that was going on with other women at the job, which really kind of stressed her out, and she come home to you, but you not working. What are you going to do for her?
why I'm not working? I mean, why
Okay,
I'm not working?
I don't know, but
I mean, I wouldn't never not work. I mean, I'm gonna
okay.
do something all day. I mean,
So basically, you since you working and she working, then now who going to do something for who?
oh, we're gonna do it for each other. I mean, just because, and I'm gonna say this, maybe because I've been in this situation before. Just because we both work does not mean that we're not gonna do for each other. Meaning that you could literally take turns. Meaning that when I had someone that lived with me previously, we took turns. Like one day I might say, hey, what you want to get for dinner? She may call on her way home from work and say, hey, what do you want for dinner? It was a we thing. We always ensured that we ate the majority of our meals together when we were both here. It was never a thing where, oh, I'm just thinking about me. I mean, I'm gonna go ahead and eat while you at work. No, it was never like that. Yeah, I mean,
I gotta
go
pull
ahead,
up that other
Concrete.
video. No, I gotta pull it. It's that another video I sent you. Remember when the dude was eating?
Oh yeah,
And I'm gonna
yeah.
pull that up. But anyway, okay. So here's my thing. I get what you're saying, but that's why. I mean, I prefer me working and a woman taking care of the home front. I have nothing against what what you just said,
Right,
because
right, 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 right.
times things like that happened when I was in my in my marriage, where okay,
Right,
sometimes she worked or whatever, but me,
right,
I grew up in a certain way where my father worked, he took care of, everything, and my mother took care of the home. So that's what I'm used to, and that's what I want for my family. So to
right,
my point is, I get what you're saying, and even sometimes to me, I get said to, to share or whatever, right? What you just
mm-hmm.
said. But me personally, I'm not down with that. Simply because I'm not talking about like with you,
Mm-hmm.
how you was doing it, but
Right,
I'm saying when it's said to me, because everybody has their role, everybody has their duty,
right,
right? Um, okay, what if she worked in the house, which is she's supposed to? But
okay.
I'm just saying, I'm not like saying you in the house, that's it. No, we're gonna be taking vacations, we're gonna be doing a lot of things. Just handle what you're supposed to handle. I'll handle what I'm supposed to handle. But let's say if we sharing, then that means that if I work construction and you working at home, I don't feel like going in today, baby. We building an Empire State Building. We gotta be 40 flights up. And I'm tired. Why don't you go to work for me today? We sharing, right?
Yeah, like to be honest with you, I probably have never been in a situation where I would not work. I don't unless you know, never say never, but I don't think I would ever be in a situation where I'm not gonna work. I'm not gonna ever go
Right,
out
but
here.
what I was asking you is that okay, the woman, but see that's what I'm talking about, like right there, like the like we share one day, you call you with I I get it, it does work.
Now, if my woman said I don't want to work, we would sit down and let's talk about it. I mean, I had someone before that approached me and said, "Hey, let's have a baby." Okay,
Hmm.
which we were dating at the time. But guess what? She didn't have a plan to say where we gonna live at. Are we gonna live together? She had her own house. I had my own house. I said, so where are we gonna live? When I asked her that, it was a big question mark on her face. You can't approach a situation and not have good communication and you're together or whatever you want to call it, married together, whatever you're saying. When you're talking about something as serious as let's have a child together, let's create a life together. Okay, you have a house, I have a house. Where are we gonna live? We can't just both live in both houses. That sounds silly. We have to pick a place. So I mean, I get what you're saying about things being shared. I don't think it's like that. I mean, if I had a situation where my wife and I sat down and she said, "Hey, you know what? I want to stay home with the kids from now
Hmm.
on." Okay, let's sit down. Let's talk about the financial piece of it. Let's talk about it. If it makes sense, let's do it. Let's but let's have that conversation. Don't just make the decision without me, and I'm not gonna make that decision to tell you not to work. If you say, "Hey, man, working really gives me a calm to my life," I can't take that away from you.
Right.
Now, if you say, "I want to work all the time, I want to work 4 jobs," okay, we got a problem now. If she said, "Hey, I just want to work part time, I want to work a couple hours a day," I mean, if that's what feels that, I guess, that feeling for you, okay, cool. But is she required to work? No. I mean, she's not required, no. But it needs to be a conversation. We need to sit down. We need to talk about finances. We need to talk about what we're going to do here. That's all I'm saying. I don't disagree with what you're saying about, you
Right.
know,
I mean,
Can y'all
yeah,
clarify something for me?
sure, go ahead.
So he said his woman's not required to work,
Hmm.
right?
hmm
Can she come in being a woman who doesn't work? Or only after y'all in a relationship, she's not required to work?
how's she supporting herself?
Doesn't matter.
You saying
It
can she
does
come in a
matter.
relationship not working?
Yeah.
So he said
What
it
you do
doesn't
now?
matter what she works because I guess her
Oh,
income
he
wouldn't be
was
a
asking
factor.
him. Okay.
Right.
Yeah, yeah.
Conversation. I mean, that's a conversation to have. Meaning that if her and I sit down and say, okay, if you're like, hey, look, I really, I'm having some issues with working. Like, say if it's a medical issue, and she says, I can no longer work. That's not even a thing. Of course, you're not going to work anymore. But if you say, I just don't want to work anymore, okay, let's sit down, let's have a
That's
conversation
okay. So I'm asking
financially.
you. Say
Right.
you're single. Say you
Okay.
met Miss Tammy. We're gonna call Miss Tammy.
Okay.
Let's say you met her wherever, date site, whatever. She
Okay.
doesn't work. Are you gonna date that woman that's not working?
No,
In the
definitely
beginning?
not. No, because I need to understand how you supporting yourself. You're not just walking around with a couple 100,000 in your pocket to
My
support
family
yourself
and
every
friends
day.
take care of me.
Nah. I'm
Yeah.
probably
So
See,
not
you
gonna
wouldn't
date
date her
her.
off the bat.
it would for me. It would have to be like if she came from a family, like if I got to know her family and know why, like if her mother was a homemaker, you know what I'm saying, and they've raised. That's where you find out if she was brought up as a wife. If she was brought up as a wife and she worked with her family, but she don't have a secular job, you know what I'm saying? But she was
But yeah,
loyal
that's
to
different.
her. Yeah.
Yeah.
So, but Christy Webb says I was single. I was a single mom for 8 years of one working, two and three jobs, to being a stay-at-home mom of three and a wife. My mental health went straight to hell. After that, nobody wanted to talk about it.
But see, that's what I'm saying. I'm not gonna if working makes you feel good about yourself, I'm not gonna take that away from you. It's the same thing with anybody. You don't take things away from people without actually talking to them about it. You don't say, hey, I want you to quit your job. Wait a minute. What if that does something for her mentally that makes her feel great about her life? Let's sit down, let's have a
But in
conversation
order for her
about
to
it.
comply for some of these men, she can't. She's not. She needs to be in the house. Period.
Yeah, I'm not doing that. Like I'm not forcing anything on anybody because that's gonna bring you're not gonna be happy. In our marriage, in our relationship, you're not gonna be happy. You can't force somebody into a relationship. You can't force somebody into anything that they don't want to do. If someone says, "Hey, you know what? For instance, I sell if someone says I sell real estate, I really love this. This is my passion. Yes, I love you. We have a family together, but I just want this 3 hours out of the day to show homes or whatever. If it's not interrupting things with our kids, okay, cool. No big. You want 3 hours a day to go sell real estate, make some money? Okay. I'm not mad at that. If that's good for your mental health, it's good for our family. But I'm not gonna hold you captive and say, hey, and I'm not saying any man that asks his wife to stay home or stay at home moms or whatever are being held captive, but I'm going to have a conversation with you. I'm going to communicate with you if that's what you want to do. If you don't want to do it, okay, cool. Let's
So
figure out what. Mhm.
just to go back, Christy Webb, thank you for sharing in reference to your particular situation and how your mental health was distorted due to you being home and had to stay home and be a stay home homemaker, as they say. People do want to talk about that. We are very sensitive to people and their needs. So we definitely want to make sure that we do honor you and respectfully do honor that you shared. Thank you for sharing. And it is a big factor. Mental health plays a big role in individuals. And I definitely am a huge advocate for mental health and wellness, most definitely.
Mhm.
Definitely want to make sure that, you know, we take a point of view. We have good times and conversations, but it's all not one sided. If you see all four of us, we have different point of views on relationships and how things should run in different household, whoever household. So let's
Right.
make sure that we are. So I just want to make sure that we didn't just skip over that and we do honor. I'm really sensitive when it comes to people mental health in relationships and development because it's very important on both parties, whether you're the man running or the female running the household, whatever, that we do understand. And we hopefully going to have more individuals to come in to talk about various mental health topics in relation to relationships. It's not just going to be one-sided or our side as well. So just stay tuned. That means you have to come back and you have to listen to Street Tactics Radio. Make sure you go on and subscribe. So just in case you can't remember, it is at 9:30-ish Eastern Standard Time for the relationship show. You'll get the alerts that we are on. We drop videos. Don't forget on Mondays we have our quickie show. So that could also be a particular Monday where we have some information on our Are You For Real Though 30-minute platform, which is called the Quickie at 7:30 p.m. Eastern Standard Time on YouTube, Street Tactics Radio. Subscribe, hit the notification button, come in, drop in. Make sure you also always go back and look at our past videos. You can always comment. We are constantly going on and reading and reviewing information so we can make our platform even better. We can get some additional information out there for you all. So please make sure that you do that and also tune into our Brutally Honest Rap Show. That's 8:30-ish on Fridays, Eastern Standard Time on Street Tactics Radio, YouTube, where you see the same gang. And we have guests for both shows. So thank you for sharing.
Absolutely. Great show, guys. We really appreciate everyone for coming on. And we this Monday we're gonna do the quickie honest rap show, right?
Yes.
Correct.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So this Monday we having a brutally honest rap show quickie. So but we're actually getting ready to do this one other little thing, but the rest of the crew probably, I mean, if y'all hanging in there, that's cool. If not, I could do like a regular record. But right now, thank y'all for being with us on the relationship show. And we're going to have a guest next week, and we're going to keep it quiet. And as long as y'all following us, y'all going to see who it is on the flyer. So thank
Yes.
y'all. Peace out. Cuz he always starting stuff, but it's all good.
Always.
Because
Absolutely.
Thanks,
somewhere
everybody.
deep down in my
Thank
heart,
you. Stay
So we
tuned.
done for the night or what? What we doing?
I still love you.